happy holidays. This is Dumont, and today I would like to review for you guys Atmos. Now, as you can see, mine is in the Baku Frost color. He's 570 Gs. The manual parts on this guy is the last flap part of his wings right here and his feet. Everything else is automatic. Now, the reason why I like manual parts is because it gives you an option. When he opens up, if he's fully automatic, you don't have that option. It's going to open up completely all the way, and every time you close them, you're going to have to close everything up. But since this part and this part is manual, you actually have the option to not pull them out if you don't want to. So that's one of the reasons why I like manual. Now, Atmos is very impressive. Probably one of the most impressive out of all the bird type Bakugans, just because of his massive wingspan. It's really wide. As you can see, it goes beyond the length of a normal gate card, and pretty much that reminds me of an albatross, which is a bird that is known for having the widest wingspans. Alright, here is his side view. It's kind of interesting because you could kind of see that he resembles a lot Skyrus, or should I maybe even say Storm Skyrus, and then in some ways Cosmic Ingram. So it's definitely a very interesting looking Bakugan. His face seems a bit tiny compared to some of the other ones, but the face does really look bird-like, and I kind of like that his it's not a horn, but his little flap right there, that it's already built in, and it's not automatic or manual. It's just solid, you know. So I do like that, and it's definitely a beak right here, make no mistake. Okay, so this is his top view. As you can see, he's nicely decorated in many areas. Right there you can see the various triangle shapes and stuff, and right here he has claw looking things right there. Now, about his name, Atmos, it's pretty cool. I'm gonna do a brief the Bleak Reaper moment, where basically he was like, Wyvern. You know, I like wyverns because, oh wait, oh wow, wyvern. You know, I thought that was pretty funny. In one of his videos he does that, and it's like he just realized the connection between the name Wyvern and the dragon, the bipedal dragon Wyvern. So with Atmos, you can kind of do the same thing here, where it's like Atmos and, oh wow, atmosphere, you know, probably because this is a bird that, you know, it flies so well that it could go really, really high up into the atmosphere. So I guess that's where the name Atmos comes from. So anyway, his transformation, the way he pops open is obviously it's going to be very nice because he opens up real wide. Now, putting him back together is kind of a pain. So let me go step by step here. First is his manual parts. Okay, so tuck in the legs there, and the flap on the wings right there, you can put those in. And as you do that, okay, let me do something real quick. So if you just do this and you lock in this part right here, to me this right here looks like a half of Tentaclear. You know, especially these three right there, that makes it look pretty much like a Tentaclear right there. And this right here, like this, to me it kind of reminds me of El Condor, like this for some reason. And if we go ahead and tuck this part in right there, we have like a Pac-Man looking monster that's like jumping at you because the feet are sticking out right there. You can see the feet right there, and then the arms are ready to give you a big old hug, and you can see the mouth right there. So it's like a Pac-Man monster looking thing, which I think is kind of cute. It like jumps at you. And this fan mode right here is by far my favorite. If you see these two front parts, these are his feet. And if you think of these as the ears, and the screws become the eyes, and the magnet part, which you can't really see too well, but if you imagine that as the nose, To me, this looks like a oinkonoid. Okay, so it's a little piggy Bakugan. Alright, so now I want to do a little comparison thingy with Falconeer here. Falconeer is in Pearl, and like I said, Atmos is in Baku Frost. So you could kind of see the difference in color right there. This one is almost like a milky white, and this one over here is more like, I guess, I don't know how to describe it, but if you imagine like glass, and then, you know, like if you ever put like a design on glass, like the people that do etchings and stuff on glass, it becomes like this white color on there. To me, it's closer to that kind of white. So it almost looks like it could be clear or see-through, but it's totally not. So I don't know if that helps with the color thing. They're both very, very pretty. Now, if you look at Falconeer here, this is a prime example of an old Bakugan versus a new Bakugan, Atmos right here, because in the Transformers world, right, we call this type of transformation a shell former. Basically, like if you look at this part right here, you know those are his arms slash wings, you know, but really other than the hands right here, the fingers, the finger looking things right there, there's really no detail on this thing. I mean, there's some designs on here, but there's really no detail to make them look like wings. Whereas if you look at Atmos right here, these are complete, you know, like how it folds out, which I have it closed right now, but it folds out and it has much more of a wing type shape. Whereas this, you could tell this is just part really of the marble, you know. So it's a huge chunk of the marble right there, so it's curved and it's just round like that. So this one is a total shell former. And if you look at this part right here, what is this? This is completely unnecessary right here. This whole front part right there, it pretty much looks like he just hatched out of an egg, you know, and that's not what it's supposed to be. So in the Transformers lingo, once again, this is what we call kibble. So he has a huge amount of kibble, and if you look at Atmos right there, he basically has no kibble at all. Everything, you know, is used to make him up, and when you transform him, you don't really necessarily see so much of the marble form, you know, other than like basically the bottom half and stuff like that. But you know, they did such a good job in today's Bakugan. And the older ones, you know, like I said, is a lot more simple, so you see so much of the actual marble part going on. Let's take a look at his feet for Falconeer. His feet, I don't know why they did this. It almost doesn't make sense. I guess they wanted to do it differently, so they made it flip forward and also in the back instead of just putting it off on the side. I know Falconeer is supposed to be a humanoid type falcon dude or whatever, and if you look at right here, so he has this front and back, and it completely doesn't make sense unless he's like a centaur, which would actually be really cool if you think about it. A centaur with a hawk, you know, hawk or falcon type features, you know, that's awesome. But anyway, it does not look like what he's supposed to be at all, you know. And a lot of the older ones are, I guess, notorious for this type of thing.